Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Diamonds Groove, and to our returning subscribers, to our old-time subscribers, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking to this channel. And to our new subscribers, thank you so much for stopping by to subscribe to this channel. And if you're seeing me for the first time, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Let's dive into the video for today. In today's video, I'll be talking on some common relationship problems or issues and how to avoid them. And the first on our list is lack of communication. As we all know, communication is a very important vital skill, vital need and factor in every relationship. Everybody needs to communicate for you to be able to express yourself. And when you're not able to express yourself very well, you're not able to talk to people or communicate in a very healthy, understandable manner or respectable manner, it always poses as an issue in relationships. When partners fail to communicate effectively, there's always misunderstanding, there's always resentment, there's always problems, there's always fights, there's always a back and forth, there's always that part where one person is unhappy. And over time, when this builds up, it now poses as a very big issue, either immediately or later on. So therefore, partners should have open conversations. Partners should give room for one another to talk. Also listen when your partner is talking, so that you'll be able to understand whatever they are saying. Partners should always and also communicate their needs, their wants, their concerns, whatever may be the issue, in an appropriate manner that will not hurt the other person. Everything should be done amicably. It's also important to know when you want to talk, know how you want to talk, check if it's the right time to say whatever you want to say. Don't just be the only person that wants to talk. Don't just be the only one that wants to be heard. Allow your partner, give room for your partner to also say whatever is the person's need, whatever is the person's concern, whatever may be troubling the person. It doesn't bring in tension. It bridges effective communication at that point. Without proper and effective communication, conflicts may arise and trust may also be broken. Things can also escalate. When there's effective communication, it strengthens the relationship because you're able to understand your partner and your partner is able to understand you. This takes us to the next point on common mistakes in relationship and how to avoid them. Ignoring red flags. Red flags are warning signs, are things or signs you should look out for in your partner, things you cannot take, things that are your deal breaker, things that you don't want to experience. And red flags are things you shouldn't ignore in a relationship, which will enable you to know that this relationship is not the right one for you. Red flags can be seen in behaviors like disrespect, not being there for you, lackadaisical attitude, laissez-faire attitude, less concern attitude, dishonesty, lies, when you can't trust the person or the person hasn't even given you reasons to trust them. They are manipulative, they are bullies, they are constantly criticizing you, they are always oppressing you. These are red flags. There are so many red flags to look out for. When you are aware of things you cannot take, you'll be able to know what to look out for, because they are warning signs that this relationship, this person is not for you. Oftentimes people tend to overlook these red flags, thinking that maybe in the long run the person will change, or because they are head over heels, they are infatuated with what is happening currently, or they're like, okay, at least he loves me so much and maybe I can always do with the red flags. But no, These are things that you should run away from. When you ignore these red flags, they are things that will pose as an issue for you later on. You will definitely encounter it if you ignore it, because it's waiting for you ahead. Address whatever issue, whatever red flags it is that you have noticed, so that it will be easier for you to know your next step, know whatever your decision will be. However, you can still seek for professional guidance, professional counseling, so as to know if you're actually on the right path. And when you ignore red flags, you are sacrificing your own happiness, your own peace of mind, your confidence. You're sacrificing your own well-being in total, because it's going to drain you, it's going to stress you out. So it is very important that you prioritize your own well-being, your own safety, your own mental health. Is important that you look out for yourself. So that takes us to the next point. Another common mistake is taking each other for granted. Over time, some partners begin to take each other for granted, begin to lose focus, begin to forget the reason why they have come together, begin to forget all the spicy things that they used to do, or what used to make the other one happy, or what used to spoil their relationship. They tend to forget the gestures and the effort that they put into the relationship to make it work, to make it rosy, to make it sweet, to make it interesting, and also to make it romantic. You now begin to take one another for granted, which is not right, because you now begin to feel so comfortable. Your partner should understand that you still love them, you should look out for them, you still care for them, but then you're not showing it. You're not putting effort again. You're not trying to make it rosy. You're not making it romantic. You're not making it, interesting and lovable again. They stop putting in the effort that they used to put in at the very beginning, or when it was just starting and all that. You're now too comfortable, and let's say the normal usual word, I would say a little bit of see finish, and so you just be like, he will understand, she will understand, but that's not good. Taking your partner for granted could be that you are not even grateful, you're not showing gratitude to whatever effort they are making, you are not even acknowledging their effort anymore. You're not even also loving your partner in the language that they will want to be loved. You're not even putting the effort doing those things that you usually used to do anymore. Taking your partner for granted can also mean that you are not kind again. You do not do things that will make them happy. That is how deep it can be when you take your partner for granted. So when you take your partner for granted, it can lead to resentment, it can lead to disappointment, it can also lead to dissatisfaction. Put in your work, put in the effort, put in everything that will help benefit your relationship. Another problem in a relationship is poor conflict resolution. This has to do with how you resolve issues. You're just not being or acting reasonable at that point. Tackle the issue and not your partner. Whatever problem it is, whatever thing is the problem, is the third party and never your partner. So you tackle it like a team, so that the third party knows that it is not welcome here. The next point is being overly possessive. It may seem as though you want to suffocate them. You make them uncomfortable. You inconvenience your partner. You don't allow them to grow. You don't allow them to blossom, because you are being overly protective of your partner. And so give your partner breathing space. Do not suffocate them. Don't suffocate your partner with being so possessive. Allow them to do what they want to do, having you at heart. The partner will be able to know the limit they could go or things they should do, so that it not hurt you. It doesn't look healthy. It doesn't even make the other person happy. Another point is lack of trust. This is another common mistake in a relationship, because Trust is a very strong foundation for every relationship. There is nothing that should make you be with a partner that you do not trust. It is unhealthy to be in a relationship where you do not trust your partner, where you are always suspicious of your partner, of their every move or whatever they want to do, whatever they tell you, you do not trust them. Do not be in such relationship. You have to learn to trust your partner, or it can lead to problems. It can cause insecurity, it can cause conflict in a relationship, it can take away your peace of mind. Your mental health, your well-being is at risk. So that takes us to the next point: ignoring individuality. It is very important that you acknowledge your partner's individuality, because you were all brought up in different environments. We have different parenting styles, we have different backgrounds. You just think differently, you do things differently. So you have to understand and respect individuality. You have to allow room for growth and interest. You have to learn what the other person likes and what he doesn't like. At some point, they have to adopt or adapt for peaceful cohabitation, and it is not in your place to force things on people, to force things on your partner. You just have to allow them, respect their individuality. This takes us to our very last point: holding grudges. When you hold grudges against your partner, it brings about conflict, it brings about resentment, it brings about arguments. It makes you withdrawn from your partner because you still hold grudges on, you still hold on to past events, you still hold on to past hurts, you still hold on to things that they may have done to you, or they didn't respond well, or they didn't act well, whatever the case may be. So you have that against them, which will not allow you to flow very well with your partner, which will also bring or pose as a gap between the flow of communication, ease of access, and all those things that will make a relationship, healthy. So when you hold grudges against your partner, it hinders your productivity, it brings stress to you, it will also make you withdrawn, makes you isolated. So you do not have to hold grudges against your partner. If your partner, for whatever reason, has hurt you or has done something to hurt you, it is best that you sit down and discuss it. So you have to learn how to forgive yourself, be compassionate to yourself. You have to practice mindfulness, so you have it in you to be able to also do same for others. So that brings us to the end of this video: common relationship mistakes and how to avoid it. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and please do well to subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed, and turn on your post notification to receive notification whenever I post new videos. Please give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching to this point. See you in my next video. Bye.